Welcome and welcome to the present. If you're just joining me for the first time, do me that kind favor by striking a like on the video. I appreciate that. Subscribe if you subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Every day and every time the FA comes out with a farcical statement, farcical thread, even though they don't meet up with the merits of what they're supposed to provide. You would think the FA will be more subtle. You would think the FA will be more sensible. You would think the FA will be more magnanimous because of the incompetence of their referees. But no, they are more adamant, right? They are more brash, rash, obnoxious. They are going to shove it down the throat, even though they don't meet the meritocracy what they're pushing for. What has the FA said this time? Let me put on the screen so we can read it together. Let's see. Let's read this together, right? According to the Telegraph Sports, understand that the FA will meet with representatives of the league and the Managers Association to warn that regulatory action will be taken against clubs if they support managers who criticize referees. It is understood that any statement similar to one produced by Arsenal would therefore face a strong response. Look at the threat in that. Let me read this part that is, for me, is the most farcical part of the statement, right? The Managers Association to warn the Managers Association to warn that regulatory actions will be taken against clubs if they support managers who criticize referees. So why are the managers criticizing the referees? Are the managers just jumping out of every match and criticizing the referees with no provocation, with no merit to why they are criticizing the referees? If you know, they are refusing to address the fact that their referees have been poor. So we are going to protect incompetence. And guess what? Transfer aggression on those who are complaining about being incompetent. Make that make sense. So I will provoke you, but if you react, I will deem you wrong. I'm trying to fathom the logic in that. I will provoke you. After provoking you, if you dare to react, I will punish you. Bring me back to Super League. See, I think it's time clubs actually flex their muscle. Club owners. See, what makes this very interesting is that it's like FA forgets that even though the clubs are domiciled in England, right? The top clubs in England are owned by foreigners. It is like you fronting to be who you are not. The FA, yes, you might have the regulatory power, right? But the clubs owners can decide to push back strongly because you are not recognizing that there is an incompetence about the referee. See, if you address the incompetence, there will be no need and there will be justification for the FA to actually push back and punish managers, and everybody will actually understand that. It's time for fans, whether you're anti-Arsenal or for Arsenal, we can put the tribalism aside and let's just talk some sense. You will not allow these people with their incompetence continue to double down in their mediocrity. We will not allow that. Suddenly, Arsenal is now being used as the proverbial sacrificial lamb. Oh, Arsenal should have done. But when Liverpool did it, no, that's fair. But Arsenal does it, now let's tear it up. Now, we know they will start running this campaign. We know Simon Jordan might talk about it today on TalkSport. We'll see Gary Neville will back it up. Michael Owen will back it up. All these former players who are on their roster, right, will back up this propaganda. And it's time for club owners to push back on this nonsense. There is no reason for managers, there will be no reason for managers to push back if the incompetence level was not this high. The reason managers are speaking out and are being provoked is because your refereeing, your officials are poor and you are refusing to address that. Why not address the main issue? You don't want to address the main issue, but you want to punish the actions that comes out of the provocation of your main issue. This doesn't make no sense. You don't need to be to PhD read to see that this is senseless. This is practically bullying. You will take it, whether you like it or not. That's what they are doing. See, can the Florentino Perez, can you bring back the Super League? I think sometimes you need competition to make people behave themselves. Quote unquote, monopoly can make you feel relaxed and think they're infallible, even though when we are seeing that they're actually falling behind. The English Premiership, the FA, are getting too comfortable. They're getting too comfortable. You are going to punish clubs. I know they have the right, but provided you are meeting your own obligation, you are not meeting your own obligation as the custodian of these regulations, but you're going to punish people for pushing back on your deficiencies. It doesn't make no sense. You cannot have that audacity or temerity to do this if you're not meeting your own standards. So the referees are under immunity. They can decide to do whatever they want to do, bring the game to disrepute, because we are saying that across broad, the referees are bringing the game to disrepute, but we are going to still protect them. But if the managers complain and the club owners complain and the club release statements, we are going to come strongly upon them. Bring back the Super League. Yes. Once again, I'm going to remind the FA and those who are pushing this nonsense. The top clubs in England are not owned by Englishmen. Sometimes you have to think deep to understand what you're doing. The FA are getting too comfortable. I would love to enjoy the English Premiership, but the English Premiership is not infallible. A few years ago, the Spanish La Liga was one of the best. Where is it right now? The Italian League 2 in the 90s, where is it now? The same fate can befall on the English Premiership. The English Premiership is not strong. The brand is not strong because it's backed by the English people only. Because it's been around the world and we love the product. But if the product begins to become a laughable product, begins to go beyond standard, people can decide to not watch it. And the Super League, Florentino Perez and the rest are actually waiting for the right opportunity to move in. The Super League is still waiting for the right opportunity to move in, and the FA will grant them that opportunity. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like the video, very, very important. If you disagree with me, you can do it in the comment section. Do it respectfully. Subscribe here to subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.